Mike Gallagher.
Hey, Mike, if everybody in the country can vote for the president by mail, why can't the Senate vote for Judge Amy Coney Barrett by mail also?
Don't get me started on mail-in ballots. Do you hear what's going on in New York, New Jersey? I was talking to a friend of mine in New Jersey yesterday. He said he doesn't even vote. He's not registered to vote. He got a mail-in ballot sent by the Democratic Party precinct in his community. He said it was completely all messed up. We got somebody on our team in Salem, New York, who said, listen to this. He said, I wanted to provide you with photo evidence of my mail-in ballot received at my South Brooklyn, New York residence. Red flag number 1, my ballot was marked as an absentee military ballot. I've never served in the military. In fact, it's the first time I've ever requested a mail-in ballot for a general election. Red flag 2, as previously reported a few days ago, the return envelope I was to send back my filled-in ballot had another person's name and address on it, which would have invalidated my ballot. He said this mistake was reported to have affected 100,000 people in Brooklyn, New York. Based on the 2010 census, Brooklyn, as an independent city, would be considered the 3rd largest city in the United States based on population. So, you know, it's a nightmare. The whole thing is a disaster, and we know it. But that's why the Democrats want mail-in ballots. It's not safety. They want to cheat. And they know what can go wrong with this.
What you need to know when you need it. It's Kevin McCullough Radio.
All right, so normally this is called my final thought, but in recent days I've been very concerned in my own thinking, hence thoughts, about vote fraud. And then I got an email from one of our bosses at the radio station over the weekend explaining exactly what is happening in Brooklyn. Matt Sambolin, sometimes behind the board, sometimes on the air, sometimes helping us in a variety of ways. What happened in your particular situation?
So I guess the first telltale sign that there was an issue was when I received a military absentee ballot. I've never served in the military, so that was red flag number 1.
You're former NYPD, but not USA Stars and Stripes.
Correct.
Yeah.
I would never do stolen valor, and that was the first telltale sign. And then when I finally did open up my ballot, the return envelope had someone else's name and address on it.
So, and this is the ballot that was sent to your house that supposedly you're supposed to cast your vote for. What happens if you sign a ballot that doesn't have your name on it?
Well, I was looking to actually drop this off. I was not going to put this in the mail because I've heard of all the instances of voter fraud going on in other states. I wanted to drop this off directly at the Board of Elections. However, if I put this ballot in an envelope with someone else's name on it, it would invalidate both myself and the return address recipient.
So what is your option? How do you make sure that your vote is going to be cast cleanly and clearly?
I'm going to have to go vote in person because I just don't trust the Board of Elections to do the right thing. Clearly, this mistake, I'm one of 100,000 people that received a wrong return envelope. And that does not leave a good taste in my mouth as far as this being a fair election.
Well, what we've just seen with the Carolyn Maloney race, and they still haven't announced final vote counts, and that thing has been over for 3.5 months or something like that now. It's pretty stunning. But so the wrong ballot, wrong address, wrong person, and definitely not someone that should be receiving it, given that it's a military ballot and you're civilian. This is all quite concerning. But, Matt, I appreciate you just telling us your firsthand story today.
Thank you. Yes, this needs to be fixed.
I think everybody agrees on that, Democrat and Republican. And, friend, if you don't agree with that, then you shouldn't be voting either. Because if you don't want clean elections, you can't argue for elections. Because if you don't want clean elections, what you're actually arguing for is cheating. And if you're going to cheat, you don't deserve to be an American. I'm sorry, that's true. In Ilhan Omar's district, where they had 300 uncultivated ballots sitting in someone's car, if she's anywhere related to that, she shouldn't be allowed to vote. She shouldn't even be allowed to serve. But all that being said, certainly when you see something right now, say something. I've got examples on this show in our archives now from the Brooklyn area, North Jersey, Minnesota. We've got more, and we're continuing to watch it. Friends, we're looking out for you because this is the most important election of our lifetime, and we can't afford to let the cheaters win. Do what you can. I'm Kevin McCullough. We'll see you next time.